Hi guys, I hope you're doing well. Today, I just wanted to sit back and relax and do a full face of nothing new. It's been a while since I've done one of these on my channel and I absolutely love doing these. It's a series that I started years ago where I just dip back into my existing collection and do a full face just with nothing new, you know? It's exactly what it's called. I am feeling like doing some sort of like Snow Queen energy type of a thing. Sugar Plum Princess, perhaps. Maybe it's because it's December and I'm just ready for that. So we're going to be using the Rose Quartz palette, okay? I don't want to spoil everything, but that's basically what we're inspired by. I even like matched my sweater to the vibe. All right, we're going to start off with the face. I want to keep things pretty hydrated and it's been a while since I've used my Huda Beauty oil. So I'm going to take a little bit of this and we're going to apply this all over the face. I'm not usually one to use beauty oils all the time. However, I will say like at night, especially recently, I have been really into using face oils, but to prep for makeup, it's been a while, especially with this one. So I did about 3 drops, rubbed it in my hands to kind of evenly distribute it. And I'm gonna go underneath the eyes with this. I'm just wanting to feel very hydrated, you know? This oil smells so good. I like that. So we're keeping the complexion pretty hydrated. And so I wanted to use this incredible tinted moisturizer right here. This is the NARS Pure Radiant Tinted Moisturizer. I have mine in the shade Finland. I've never applied this on top of that beauty oil, so I hope that they mesh well. They should, hopefully. And so I'm just gonna go ahead and buff this out all over the skin with a brush first. And then of course I'm gonna press that into the skin using my sponge. I normally do eyes first, which I might regret later if I get a lot of fallout, but I just felt like doing complexion first today. So we're just going with it. I wanted to use a color corrector. I found this in my drawer. It's been so long. This is from Charlotte Tilbury. It's the color corrector. I think it's just called a color corrector in the shade Fair. I'm gonna take this on my fingertip. You can see it has a nice like peachy undertone. And I'm just gonna start pressing this into the under eye area with my fingertip. You can see how that like immediately cancels out any discoloration there, which is so nice. So we're gonna do the same thing to the other eye. It's just easier applied with my fingertips. Okay, sticking to the more hydrating theme, at least for complexion, I'm gonna dip into my Neutrogena Radiant Cream Concealer. It's been a while. This is in the shade Ivory. I absolutely love this stuff. It's been way too long since I've used it. I'm just applying it down the eyes, not down the eyes, under the eyes. And then on the chin, a little on the forehead. I'm gonna kind of put some on the blemishes, but I don't want to overdo it because this is kind of a lighter shade. Technically, I probably shouldn't put this shade over blemishes, but oh well. I'm just gonna press that in with my sponge to add a bit of brightness underneath the eyes and to the center of the face. I was going through my contour drawer and I found this Dibs Beauty contour stick. It's a contour and blush stick actually. This one is in the shade Spill the Tea and Full Deets. I'm only going to use the contour side of this. I'm going to take it on a small brush and just start to sculpt out the face using this cream contour. So we're just going to go into the forehead a little bit with this. I'm also going to kind of take it down the sides of the nose and into the crease of the eye a bit. And also along the jawline and down the neck. Okay, I'm just gonna go over that with whatever's left on the foundation brush just to really buff and blend all of that together. And then of course, I'm gonna take my sponge one more time and go over everything. Everything is blending so beautifully. I don't know if it's the face oil or what, but I feel like it just prepped the skin so nicely to where everything is just meshing together really, really well. I feel like it looks really fresh. That's the vibe I was going for. Okay, I found this in my powder drawer in my drugstore collection. This is from Pixi. I used to love this. This is the Pixi H2O Skin Veil Powder. It's just the translucent powder. And this underneath the eyes specifically is incredible. If I remember right, it's just been so long. So I'm gonna take some of this on my brush, pat out any concealer, and then I'm just gonna press this underneath the eyes to set. Now I normally would set the eyelid as well, but I do actually have a cream shadow that I want to blend out, so I'm not gonna do that. I'm only gonna do the under eyes like this. And then, I know it's kind of extra to use 2 powders, But I saw this and I was like, it's been so long. So the Thrive Cosmetics Filtered Effects Powder, an incredible setting powder. I'm wanting to take some of this. Whoop, that was a lot. And I'm going to use this to set the rest of the face. I'm taking it into the brows a little as well. Since we had face oil on, I just don't want it to be too oily to where my brow pencil won't grip. Okay, that should be plenty. Even though I used a cream contour, I wanted to use a powder bronzer on top. So I picked out my L'Oreal Infallible 24-Hour Fresh Wear Bronzer in the shade Fair. So this is what we're gonna use to kind of emphasize and warm up the skin even more. I feel like I'm always a little more heavy-handed with bronzer in the winter time, just so that I look a little more healthy, you know? So I'm gonna really blend this in with my brush, bring it down the neck, just like that. All right, we're gonna fill in the brows. I'm just gonna use my Anastasia Brow Wiz to do this. This part is kind of boring, so I will speed through the brow filling, and then we'll get to the eye look, which is what I'm the most excited about. Okay, brows are on. We're gonna use a cream shadow. I really want to use my REM Beauty cream shadow. This is in the shade Got to Go, or G2G. I'm gonna take this and we're gonna use this as our base. So it's kind of a nice like pinky peach brown. So I like to put it on the back of my hand first and then pick it up with a fluffy brush. And I'm just gonna start in like the center of the eyelid, making sure there's not too much on the brush. Once there's less on the brush, I like to kind of bring this up and out to act as my eyeshadow base. But it has like a little bit of a tint of pink, which I thought would be just perfect for this eyeshadow look. I'm gonna take that same color and pinch the brush and apply it. It's hard for me to talk and do that. Just along the lower lash line to kind of create a base there as well. Okay, so same thing on this eye. These eyeshadows are so good. I forgot how much I love them. You don't have to use them as a base. You could use it like as its own eyeshadow, but as a base, it's really nice as well. Now for the magic. We're gonna go into the Huda Beauty Rose Quartz eyeshadow palette, which is just the dreamiest. It's been way too long since I've dipped into this. Oh, I'm so excited. Okay, we are going to take, let's see here. Let's start off with this shade right here. This is one of my favorites in the palette. It's called Radiate, and I'm just gonna dip into that with a fluffy brush. And we're gonna go right over top of the matte liquid shadow that we just applied, right in the crease. Ooh, that color actually looks amazing layered on top of that REM Beauty eyeshadow. So I'm just building that up and blending it out. I'm gonna take that same brush, tap off the excess, and I'm just gonna pinch the brush and apply that to the lower lash line, just to kind of add that same color on the outer edge. All right, next I'm gonna dip into this shade right here. This one is called Self Love. I'm going to pick that up on a brush and use a little bit of a face mist just to spray that, to make it a little more damp so that we have less fallout. And I'm just gonna start packing this on the eyelid. Ooh, that looks really pretty, especially applied with a more damp brush. I'm loving how that looks. Ooh, okay. We'll do the same thing to the other eye. Spritz in the brush, and then just applying that all over the eyelid. I'm focusing most of the pigment on the inner portion and then blending it out with what's left. I'm taking what's left and going along the lower lash line. This is causing a little bit of fallout, but I honestly think it's worth it for this look. And we can always go back in with our powder brush and just sweep things away. I want to bring in like a magical purple shade, and I'm just eyeing this one right here. This is called Serenity. I'm going to take this on like a fluffy brush, and I want a little bit of this color on like the outer edge, just to bring in something a little bit different, something a little more Sugar Plum Fairy, you know? Ooh, I love that. Ooh. I'm pinching the brush and applying that to the outer edge just to connect the color. I'm loving how that looks. Wow. Ooh, okay, well, I really like that. I think I want to leave it there. So I'm going to go ahead and pop on mascara. I grabbed my L'Oreal Lash Paradise. This is just iconic for whenever I need my lashes to just look their best, you know? I love this one. I'm first going to take my powder brush and just make sure the eyes have a nice shape. And then we will go in with mascara on the top and bottom lashes. Okay, this is really coming together exactly how I imagined. We're gonna actually do highlight next. I really wanted to use my REM Beauty highlighter in the shade Miss Mercury. A little goes a very long way with this, okay? So I'm just using the tiniest amount, but I figured we might as well glow to the high heavens. If we're being the Sugar Plum Fairy, we gotta glow. So I'm just applying that to the high points of the face. And let's do a little down the center of the nose on the Cupid's bow. And I do want to pop some of this in the inner corner. So I'm going to take this. I actually love this highlight in the inner corner. It's so, so pretty. So I'm just going to take that on a smaller brush and use it as my inner corner highlight. I'm also going to take what's left and apply it right underneath the highest point of the brow bone. Okay, I am so excited to use this blush again. This is from MAC and it's in the shade Fleur Power. This blush I bought because I found out, I think from a comment from you guys, that this was the blush that was used in the Cinderella movie, the 2015 one, the live action one. So I bought it. I'm just gonna apply this to the apples of the cheeks, but it's more of like a cool toned blush, and I thought that it would be perfect with this eyeshadow palette, and I think I was right. That's looking really, really nice. So I'm just applying that to the apples of the cheeks. We're looking winterized, okay? I'm not being shy with this cool pink blush. I think it looks really, really pretty, layered on a little more heavy-handed. I'm loving that. All right, we're gonna wipe off the lips, or any foundation that got on the lips, I should say. And I wanted to use a classic MAC Whirl lip liner. This is a favorite lip liner of many. And again, I don't know, I just felt like it would go well with the eye look or the palette. So I'm gonna line the lips and then fill in the outer edges to create an illusion of a more full pout. And then just blend it in with my finger. Ooh, okay, I'm loving how this looks. We're sticking with the MAC train. I'm gonna go in with the MAC lipstick in the shade Honey Love, which is a really pretty peachy pink. And I'm gonna focus this on the center of the lips and then blend it in with my finger. I felt as though this look needed a gloss. Whoa, as I'm dropping things. So I found this, one of my favorite glosses. This is from NARS. It's the Afterglow Lip Shine. This is the shade Nympho. It's like a mauvey pink. This is my favorite shade from the line. I'm gonna go ahead and apply this all over the lips. I just love this color. All right, we are going to assess the situation. I'm taking what's left on my face powder brush and just going around the blush a bit to make sure it's blended. Other than that, I feel like I really like where things are at. Well, out of habit, I'm gonna add a little more bronzer with what's left on the brush. Ooh, like this is what I had in my mind, okay? I'm thrilled about this look. I'm just gonna brush up the brows to make sure I didn't lose any shape. I don't think I did. I might touch up a little bit on this brow. All right, now we're going to set the face with just like a dewy, hydrating mist. This is the Honest Beauty Calm and Go Face Mist. I'm just gonna use this all over. It's not like a long-lasting setting spray by any means, but it's just gonna add to that fresh, healthy glow that we're going for. I'm gonna take my sponge and press that into the skin. I'm then gonna take a little bit more of my Thrive Cosmetics powder that we were using. This is just a loose powder. Just to kind of blur this area here a little more and this area a little more. And then we're gonna set the brows. And I wanted to use my Mario Brow Gel to lock these brows in place. This is actually a really, really good brow gel. I was using it daily for a while there and then I forgot to pick it back up. So I figured we should use it again in this video. Okay, I'm gonna kind of bring the hair back in a little bit more. And there you have it, my friends. That is a full face of Nothing New Sugar Plum Fairy edition. I feel like a winter queen. I know these are like also spring tones, but hear me out. I also feel like it works well for winter, especially when paired with something cozy like this. This is exactly what I had in mind. I am so happy that I created another look using this rose quartz palette because it's just to die for. It's incredible. I love how my makeup turned out. I feel like it's so special, ethereal, yet still winter in my mind, so I thought it was perfect. I hope you guys enjoyed the look as much as I am enjoying it, and if you have not yet joined the family, I would love for you to hit the subscribe button. You can do so down below, and if you want to get notified on Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Saturdays when I upload, click on the notification bell after you subscribe, and you'll never miss a video from me. So I hope you guys like this look. I feel cute. I'm ready to go somewhere. I don't know where, but somewhere. Tag me if you guys end up recreating this look. I would love to see it. I hope you all have an amazing day wherever you are, and I will see you in my next video. Love you. Bye.